Multiple changes by Brighton, 6 in total. 35-year-old Danny Welbeck returns to face the club he first joined at the age of 8. And there's a rare start for Jason Steele in goal. Chance here, and it's Dallow coming through, and Jason Steele showing his worth in the opening moments. Comes out to Dorgu. Mainu finding Mount. Alessandro Martinez back out to Patrick Dorgu. And Brighton breathe again.
Well, big chance, wasn't it, for Dallow? Just couldn't lift it beyond the goalkeeper. He might have another chance here.
And he'll strike it, but he strikes it way over the bar. Early action for Steele.
Well, look how easily he gets in. Olu had gone infield with Mason Mount. The wide player in front of him was nowhere to be seen. He's got to do a little bit better. Dallow. There's a little look. His first touch is okay, but then he's just got to lift it over the goalkeeper. It's a decent save from Steele.
Martin Ødegaard penalty. As Manchester United knocked out Arsenal after a shootout.
And at the time, the under-fired Xerxes scored the winning penalty.
It's also the day when Diogo Dallow was sent off after an hour.
Good play from Dorgu. Plays it square, tries to make the run in behind. Gruda, the player that doesn't do his job particularly.
Mainu back to Bruno Fernandes.
Because it's all fairly slow to go down here. In the end, it's a decent save. There's a big gap for Bruno Fernandes to play, but he actually goes beyond Šeško. So it is a good save in the end from the goalkeeper.
Manchester United's corner towards a crowded back post. Goal kick has been given.
Yoro is the player that looks as though he gets the last touch on it here. Oh, maybe he should score, really. Big chance.
In which time the then coach Roberto De Zerbi said he would make his mind up as to his number one. He went with Verbruggen. Here at the other end is Gomez. Manchester United's turn to do some defending. Forward again. Kadiolu. Adventurous Turkish international today at left back. Danny Welbeck. Good ball in. Cleared off the line the first time, but Gruda scores the second. And for all that Manchester United have made arguably the brighter start.
Kadiolu positioned himself quite high up the field. They work it well. Watch the work here by Danny Welbeck. It's a decent run, the obvious run, but this turn here just buys himself enough time to get the cross in. He should score there, really, but when it comes back to Gruda, he makes no mistake with a left foot. Brilliant from Danny Welbeck. A bad start in the end for Manchester United. It was Ruter that had the first header.
Well, he doesn't score often, Brian Gruda, but the young German has made his mark here. Two of them now, middle-aged, sitting next to him.
He made a very big call in that FA Cup. Oh, here's a chance.
It's a horrendous ball from Lomans. It deserves to be punished, and it isn't, by either Welbeck or Ruter.
Lomans with a really poor pass. The pass isn't on. He's trying to feed it through to Mainu, and from that position you expect him to score. Lomans does enough with the first one, but Ruter was offside anyway when it comes back to him here. The assistant put his flag up.
Šeško didn't get the necessary elevation. FA Cup tie and will conclude with a Manchester derby. City are due here on Saturday. It's Cunha. Dallo. Mateus Cunha. It was Koppel who sliced it up and beyond his own bar.
Good play from Dallo here. Just takes his touch inside, then the forward pass. Cunha, who was at times playing up front alongside Šeško as he was then. Just enough pace to buy himself a yard to get the cross in.
Dorgu. Martinez.
Good play from the centre-back. Plays the ball, sees the run in behind. Brighton don't see it until it's too late. Still does well.
Oh, appealing for handball. Hinchelwood. Here's Welbeck.
Again, clever play round the box from Brighton. Welbeck made the right run. Not quite sure what he was looking for at the end of it. Maybe just couldn't wrap his foot round it. Plays it wide, goes in behind the defence. Completely miskicked it.
Now, 8 years since he last won an England cap. There has been talk of a recall. United.
It wasn't for the tackle, it was for the grab of the shirt from Veltman. Again, good movement from Šeško, just getting away from the centre half to start with.
Up steps Bruno Fernandes.
Was he trying to go under the wall here or down the side of the wall? Tries to go under it. Just doesn't get it on target. Ball jumps. Probably would have saved.
Mateus Cunha. Bruno Fernandes. Mason Mount. There's Cunha. Šeško herring towards the penalty spot. Cunha will have a go.
Pointed in Cunha throughout the first half. Doesn't look as though he's playing with full confidence, but he does well just to evade Veltman. Puts him to the ground and then he tries to go in at the near post, and it wasn't a great effort in the end. But he's somebody who can be so dangerous when he's playing at his best. We were both at Spurs for the game yesterday, and in the second half Spurs played at a greater tempo, the crowd got behind them and they looked a completely different team.
As Bruno Fernandes lines this up. Duarte. Bruno Fernandes. Mateus Cunha. Dallo. Bruno Fernandes. Diverted goalwards without particular threat by Mason Mount.
Again, I'm not sure it was the delivery he was looking for. Aimed at that near post. Martinez had.
It is going to be Gruder. Actually fell. Ruter. Gruder.
Of course he wants to come back on his left foot, but that was blocked. So he just runs into trouble. There was space down the outside. Duarte actually did well on that occasion to come across and help Dorgu.
Dorgu. Mateus Cunha. nibbling away at him.
Brilliant from Danny Welbeck. Mainu was never going to get back at him because he'd got the other side. So it's always going to be a yellow card. In this second half, he has drifted that little bit deeper, Danny Welbeck, and gone wider at times. Ruter looks as though he's playing more as the main centre forward. And hold up the play for Brighton.
Coppola. Feltman. Gruder. Here is Danny Welbeck. An emphatic finish for a goal against his old club. And not just that, it may be the goal that puts his old club out of the FA Cup.
It's a good bit of movement from him, gets it under control. Yoro's got to see the danger that little bit quicker, but what a finish from Danny Welbeck, who's been excellent throughout the game. His hold-up play, particularly on this occasion, left foot strike, no chance for Lomans. And they're in real trouble here, Manchester United.
He's enjoying quite an Indian summer to his... Dorgu. It's Sheshko! Flags up. Would not have counted had it crept beyond Jason Steele.
I have to say, it was almost a very good finish. Did he make his run? Yeah, just a fraction too early. He would say that Dorgu didn't play the ball early enough. But here's the goal again, and you won't get a much better finish than this. Hit with his laces, left foot into the top corner.
Long career. He's also got 8 against West Ham. Lacey. Sheshko! Bit more like it.
Well, the crowd like the fact that Lacey is out on the pitch now. Good little step over on his weaker right foot. Good cross into the box. Sheshko finding that bit of space. Maybe.
This is Gruder. And Kadiolu from... Lacey. Bruno Fernandes. And then Dorgu's attempt at the overhead. Bruno Fernandes. Lacey. Lacey again. Just brushes the top of the net.
Well, there's the left foot again. Nice little touch from Casemiro. He's trying to put a lot of whip and a lot of dip on it as well.
Dorgu. We're into the last 10 minutes at Old Trafford. The last 10 minutes of normal time at any rate. Yoro. Bruno Fernandes. Zirkzee got a touch. It's Sheshko!
Well, despite Manchester United not really creating too many chances, he has looked quite sharp when the ball's been in and around.
Maguire. Yoro. Bruno Fernandes. As ever, prompting. A flick from Coppola and a corner to the hosts. He's a 93rd minute winner against Leicester. And the header creeps in. Benjamin Sheshko offers a lifeline to Manchester United.
Well, it's a deep corner. He said throughout the game, Sheshko has been sharp. Maguire was at the back as well. Who actually gets the touch on it? Oh, it is Sheshko, just in front of Maguire.
It's offside, and it was offside. Lacey. And he followed through.
He overran the ball, trying to win the ball back, commits the foul. Interesting challenge, mind you, with the thigh. Going down on one knee. Mitoma had the chance to play him in here.
Guardiola. Lacey Obrig, he's got to be careful with a display of dissent like that on a yellow card.
And he's going to get a second yellow card, and he's off.
It's a harsh lesson for an 18-year-old. 2 yellow card offences, and Shea Lacey, amidst a cacophony of booing at Old Trafford, is sent off.
He gets an ovation as he comes off the field, but he's got to just keep his control here. Players do get booked for that. Doesn't matter how young, how old you are. That's not acceptable in the modern game.
Dorgu. Well, Manchester United haven't lost at this stage of the FA Cup since 2014. Posturas and Maguire.
Oh, very petty. Time, or is it?
Maguire's header.
Could have brought this down on his chest. Maybe not. Actually doesn't make good contact with it.
Watson. Hinshelwood. That does it. Manchester United crash out of the FA Cup at the third round stage for the first time in 12 years. But great credit to Brighton,